When I first started dancing, I was 3 years old. My mom enrolled me because she did dance when she was younger, and I think she just wanted to put me in dance.
I first started dancing when I was probably around 2 or 3. I copied everything my older sister did. She started dancing really young, and I just wanted to copy her.
I started dancing when I was about 6 years old. The college my mom taught at the time offered ballet classes for young children, and so I began taking classes there at Spelman College.
I started dancing when I was 8 years old. It was my mom. She wanted me to do ballet. We had been watching Michael Jackson and Madonna music videos together, and it started out as like a workout thing that we would do together, and then she's like, well, Brooke's kind of good at dancing. Why don't we start you up for ballet? And I did not like it at first, and I remember telling myself that I'm gonna tell her I hate it in 2 years, and then I'll quit. But I wanna do it for her, and then by the time that 2 years rolled by, I actually really liked it, and I kept going.
When I was 12 years old, I went and saw American Ballet Theater's Sleeping Beauty performance with my mom. And at the end of it, I remember turning to her and just saying, I want to do that professionally. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. That was the moment around 12, 13 is kind of the moment when you have to decide if you want to take this seriously or not. And so that was a moment where I stopped doing basically everything else in my life and just focused on dance.
I would say around 8th grade, I had to make a decision between continuing on with the violin or continuing on with ballet. And I did love playing the violin, I just didn't love it enough to pursue a professional career.
Choosing a life of ballet, it just requires so much emotional strength and tenacity. Early on in your training as a ballet dancer, you start noticing the amount of sacrifices you have to make in comparison to a lot of other people. Ballet isn't the most lucrative job in the world, and you really start to feel that when you start adulting, you know.
I mean, there's so many challenges being a professional dancer. You know, there's days where you get home and you've got blisters and corns on your feet, and the thought of having to put on your pointe shoes the next day is just like the last thing you want to do. But then you get to the bar and you're doing your pliés and you hear that music and you take that moment and you realize, wow, this is my career. This is actually my job, and I get to do what I love every day. And not a lot of people get to say that they get to do that. And so knowing that someone's out there wanting to support my love for this career is incredible.
Being in the arts in the US is not super lucrative, and there's so much that people don't think about when it comes to like how dancers are supported and how we make the magic happen on stage, and it's expensive. Really, the sponsorships help offset all of that and help out with it, even just with our salaries and supporting us making a living doing, you know, this art and our profession, keeping us alive, basically.
Having a sponsor last season really was incredible. Just knowing that somebody saw my career and wanted to donate to help me shine on stage and has taken an investment in my personal growth and sees a reason to donate that much money to me it really meant a lot.
To be sponsored would mean so much. The arts are constantly taking hits, and it is important, I think, to value the boldness that it takes to create art, you know, especially in hard times. Sponsorship would mean that someone else sees that I love putting my heart and soul into these works, and it would mean the world to me.
When I discovered last year that I was being sponsored as a dancer, I was really flabbergasted, honestly. To know that I touched someone so much that they were like, I want to give a donation in honor of Ashley. It was just so, honestly, it brought me to tears, because that's what we, as a dancer, that's our goal. Most of us to inspire the audience, like, or move someone. That's why we sacrifice and do all the things that we're doing. So it felt really, really nice to just be honored. Sorry.